Okay, in this example, we are going to do what percent of 15 is 12. And we're going to use a percent proportion. So when you do that, you've got your part to your whole. We call the part A because percent is P over 100. So just think of your A as your part to your whole, always equals your percent to your 100 because your 100 is always a whole for percent. So we're going to use the numbers here. So it says what percent, so we don't know the P, of 15 is 12. So the 15 is the whole, 12 is the part, and P is the percent that we don't know. That's why it says what percent. So substitute 12 for A and 15 for W, and then you don't know P. So then in order to do this, you can do your 12, your 100 times this side. If you would multiply 100 on this side of the equation and multiply it on this side of the equation, your hundreds will cancel, leaving P by itself. So we're taking 100 times 12 over 15. So you do 100 times 12 divided by 15. It's the same thing as cross products, 100 times 12 and then divide it by 15 because you have a 15p. So you can either do cross products or you can multiply both sides by 100. It is the same thing. So you're solving, you get 80 is equal to p. So then remember that because it was a percent, it is 80% of 15 is 12 because it was per 100. So 80% is the answer. You could always take 15 and break it into 5 equal sections, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and then break it into 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 on your number line or bar graph. And then you can also see the 80% would be 12. That's one way to do the percent proportion. Another one, let's look at this. We're going to use this percent proportion again. We're going to have the part to the whole and the percent to 100. Well, this time we know our percent, so our P is going to be 36, but what we do know is that 50 is my W. So what number is 30% of 50? Of 50, of signals that is the total. What number is the part that we don't know, or the A. So that's the one we don't know this time. Again, we can do cross products, or we can multiply both sides by 50 to get A by itself. Because if you multiply by 50, it'll cancel. Multiply by 50, and you'll get the answer. Otherwise, you could take 36 times 50 equals 100A. Either way, you're going to get 18 as your answer up here, and you can double check by using your calculator. And this time I don't need it to say percent because 18 is just a number that's out of 50. 18 is 36% of 50. So the 18 and the 36 are both the top number because they're the same spot. And then one final example of this is if I have the percent of what number is 24. We're going to use the percent proportion again. My part to my whole, my percent to 100. This is the percent, so that's going to take the place of P. And then of what number, so we don't know the whole, but we know is 24. So the part is 24. The whole is what we don't know because the of is what we don't know. And then 150 over 100 because that's the percent. Again, you can cross multiply 24 times 100, 150W, and then divide by 150 on both sides. So 16 is your answer. And again, because it is not the percent, you just leave it as 16. 150% of 16 is 24. So if you think you understand the examples, these three, you do have some to try on your own on the next page.